G'day. What happens if the game never ends? Okay, a bit of a random observation today. Not even sure if there's actually a real business learning in here, but let's play with this for a second. I guess it's kind of about game theory. I've been looking at the sorts of games that my wife plays on her phone or iPad versus the ones that I do. And I've divided them into two very distinct categories, simple categories. The games that end versus the games that don't. My wife loves the ones that don't. So it's games like, CandyCrush, or I think BubbleShoot is the one she's on at the moment, where the goal is just to get the highest score that you can, either against yourself or your friends. And so the individual game ends, but you can't get to the end of the game. There's really no end in sight. Whereas for me, it's all about those puzzle games that there is actually a solution. So I've just downloaded again Sudoku. I think that's how you pronounce it. I never get it right. There's a puzzle. You finish the puzzle, the game is done. Even Angry Birds, which I've loved over the years, and every now and then I go back to, funnily enough. There are levels in sight, and you get to the end of a level, and there is an end to the total game. You get to the end of all the levels, the game ends. And interestingly enough, my wife finds it a lot harder to put down a game than I do. And I guess that's maybe because I can get to the next level within a level and know that I can stop there, there's a definitive point. Whereas for her games, because there really is no end in sight, then maybe it becomes more addictive in a way. And so wellness, let's play with this for a second. Wellness is, there's no end to wellness. There's no end game in wellness or well-being, essentially. Like, you don't reach the end of your goal with wellness or well-being, right? I mean, it's an ongoing thing. There's different levels of status of well-being, but you never get to the end. You never win that game, essentially, unless you live forever, I guess. So if we're trying to gamify wellness and well-being to try and make it appealing to younger crowds or to get people hooked on it, more addictive, there it is, the addiction of wellness, then the gamification process maybe needs to be the game that never ends, because wellness by definition never really ends either. There's a thought. There is a business learning in that. What do you reckon? The idea that the game that never ends is wellness, and so if you're going to gamify wellness, you maybe by definition need to create games and gamification processes that also never end, and as a result they will possibly end up being more addictive. Again, anecdotal research based on me and my wife and our iPads. Can't really say if there's any data behind it, but I'm guessing there's probably some smart people out there listening to this who know that that's all about some sort of psychological personality trait, and it all makes sense. So if you do let me know in the comments below. If you've got another theory, also let me know. I do thank you for your time, and I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.
Tell me, are we ever gonna stop playing these games?